Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel GMB Today. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. The Chase's Mark Labbett filled one player with dread as he issued a stern warning moments before he took him on in a grueling head-to-head round. During Wednesday's visit, April 23rd, to the ITV studios, host Bradley Walsh welcomed 4 new hopefuls onto the Tea Time show. The 64-year-old welcomed Neil, Sheila, Kate, and Joe onto the show to put their general knowledge to the test. The quartet went up against Mark the Beast Labbett, who certainly brought his A-game to the table. First up to the table was Neil, who raked in an impressive £3,000 in the cash builder round. The Welshman managed to take home his winnings to the team after beating the Chaser in the grueling head-to-head round. Next to take on the challenge was Sheila, who also raked in £3,000 in the lightning round. But unlike her teammate, she risked it all and played for the larger sum of £33,000. Unfortunately, the nervous player buckled under the pressure and was the first member of the team to be caught by the professional quizzer. Up next was Kate, who wowed viewers at home with her impressive skills after she raked in a staggering £7,000 in her cash builder round. However, the full-time mum suffered a similar fate to her former teammate Sheila after she was caught by the Chaser in just 3 questions. Determined to break the cycle, Joe prepared himself for a grueling head-to-head round with the dad of one on the show. Before he took to the podium, Mark dished out some fighting words, warning the player, "Just give up now." Bradders immediately defended the final player before he asked him about his confidence on the show. He asked, "Now, Joe, let me ask you this. How have you been getting on with the questions at the table for Neil, Sheila, and Kate?" Joe replied, "I got all of those for Kate, who's just gone, and I've done fairly well for the previous ones, but I don't want to jinx it. I quiz here and there, and I have, on occasion, set quizzes." When he finally stepped up to the podium, Joe managed to secure £4,000 in the cash builder round, which he managed to take back to the team after beating the Chaser in the head-to-head round. This left Neil and Joe to fight off the Beast in the final chase in an effort to take home their £7,000 winnings. But the pair struggled to perform under the pressure, only managing to correctly answer 13 questions in 2 minutes. It was a typical Tuesday evening in the studio of the Chase. Bright lights, tense silence, and 4 hopeful contestants standing shoulder to shoulder behind the desk. But tonight wasn't just any game. From the moment Mark Labbett, better known as the Beast, strode onto the set, there was an electric tension in the air. The team had played remarkably well, almost too well. Bradley Walsh, ever the charismatic host, raised an eyebrow as he scanned their final total, £68,000. Not a record breaker, but certainly one that would make even the most seasoned chaser sit straighter in his chair. "Right then," Bradders grinned, turning to Mark, who was flicking through his notes, his brow furrowed in deep concentration. "They're looking confident, Beast. Fancy your chances?" Mark slowly looked up, his eyes narrowing, and with a voice like thunder rolling in the distance, he growled, "Don't get cocky." The audience fell silent. The 3-word warning hit the team like a punch to the gut. Even the usually talkative contestant Sarah bit her lip nervously. It wasn't just a phrase, it was a challenge, a signal. The Beast had woken up. The final round began. The team, working together in near-perfect sync, buzzed in answers with uncanny accuracy. History, science, pop culture, they were on fire. Every correct response added precious seconds to their clock, and soon they had a formidable 21 steps between themselves and the Beast. Bradley's smile grew wider with every second that ticked away. That, he said, was sensational. But the celebration was short-lived. Mark Labbett, hunched forward in his chair like a predator ready to pounce, barely blinked as his turn began. The audience held their breath as the questions rolled in. Correct. 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 Mark was like a machine. The Beast had found his rhythm, and it was terrifying. At question 12, with 45 seconds left, he stumbled. The answer eluded him for a fraction too long. The team's pushback clawed a vital step back. With only seconds remaining, he was 3 steps behind. One more pushback, one more delay. The team's hearts pounded louder than Bradley's voice. What is the national bird of India? Silence. Mark's brow twitched. Peacock? Correct. 2 steps. Next question. Which Shakespeare play features the character Mercutio? Romeo and Juliet. 1 step. Final question. What's the term for animals that eat only plants? Mark didn't hesitate. Herbivores. A pause. Correct! The studio erupted. The beast had caught them with only 1 second remaining. Despite the loss, the contestants clapped in admiration. Bradley turned to Mark, shaking his head. I mean, what can you say? Mark leaned in, eyes glinting with amusement and intensity. Told them, he said with a smirk, don't get cocky. And just like that, the beast proved once again why he's the legend of the chase.